Hello everyone. So in this lecture, we are first deriving the general equation for different modes. I have told you about the different modes in the last lecture. In the last to last lecture also, when we talked about the parallel plane wave modes, the parallel plate waveguides, then we also talked about some modes. Also in the rectangular waveguide, we have discussed different modes. So before proceeding to the derivation equation of the rectangular waveguide, we will first understand the general equations, how we derive the different modes. We are going to derive general equation for these different modes. So basically what we are going to do in this lecture, so let's start with this. We are going to derive all the, what we are going to do, we are going exactly derive the transverse field in terms of longitudinal components. Okay, let us consider an EM wave which is propagating in Z direction. I told you how the wave propagate. So that Z direction will be the longitudinal direction and XY plane will be transverse component. So the field components which are in the transverse direction are known as transverse component, and those fields which are in longitudinal direction are called as longitudinal field components. If you have Z direction traveling wave, then EX, HZ, EY, HY are the transverse component, then and EZ, HZ will be longitudinal components. Okay. So we are going to write all the transverse field, that is XEX, HX, EY, HY in terms of EZ and HZ. For this, we will start with the Maxwell equation for the source-free region. Also remember, we are going to write Maxwell equation only for the source-free region. We know this equation, del cross E equals to minus J or jota omega mu H. This will be assumed as first equation, and this we will assume as second equation. This is Maxwell's second equation. How we are wrote this equation? We have removed this sigma as we are considering no source. That's why we considered this equation. Okay. Now for this, now what we are going to do is, both electric and magnetic field have three components. We will equating with these three components to get this equation. So we are going to write these equation in terms of this. So we have to write as in terms of a cap x, a cap y, a cap z, and we have to write these components, and this will be electric field components, this will be magnetic field component. By this equation we have to write this, and from this magnetic field equation we have to write like this. So now what we are going to see is, both electric and magnetic field has three components. We will be equating with these three components to get all these six equations. So we write electric field and separate AX, A by AZ component, we get three equations. These three equations, how we are getting? We are writing electric field equation by separating the AX. I told you about the AX, AY and AZ components. Similarly, if we do same thing with the with this Maxwell equation, the above Maxwell equation, we will get three more equations. Total we will get six different components. See this different components, EZ, EX, EY. I told you in the starting of the lecture, we are going to derive for what? With these six components. So EX, EX, HX, EY, HY, EZ, EZ, see, EZ, where it is? Yeah, EZ, HZ. Our aim is to write EX, HX, EY, HY, all the transverse component in terms of EZ and HZ. Okay, understood. Also, if a wave traveling in a z direction or in propagating in z direction, then E electric field we have to write as E naught e raised by minus jota beta z. So we, after the taking the partial derivative, we can get this equation. So whenever we have del upon del z in our equation, there will be minus jota beta. So what we are going to do is we are going to replace this with minus jota beta. So we will check, we will get A, B and D equation. Why we are getting only A, B, D and equation? We have to see where we are getting this term in all above equation. If we are getting this term in any of the equation, we will replace this with by this equation. So let's check in equation where we are getting in equation A, B, D. See, in A we are getting del by del E or del by del Z, we are getting anywhere. See, here also we are getting, here we are getting, that's why here we are also getting. Okay, whenever you see a format like this, we will replace this. And after replacing, in which equations we are getting A, B, D and E. So equation C and other one will remain unchanged. Then all equation will become, equation only C and D will remain unchanged. Otherwise all equations will be replaced by that which I wrote at the above. So this will become, these equations will become like this. So I have written A, B, D and E equations will become like this, and C and D will remain unchanged. Okay. So please go through these individually, practice these all. Otherwise you will not able to understand each and every point unless until you will yourself derive the equation. So from this equation we are getting these components. In every equation, one component is longitudinal and other two are transverse. Means this is the longitudinal component and this is the transverse component and this is the transfer component. In each equation, what we are getting, a longitudinal component and the remaining two are transverse component. In all the equation, this pattern will be same. One is the longitudinal component and the other two are transverse component. So now we will write the transverse component like hx, as we have already did in the above. Like we have to check these equation. Okay, from this we can write hz hx j upon or jota upon k square c omega e del ez by del y minus beta del z upon del x. In terms of H field, we are getting xy component, and in terms of E field, we are getting E and y components of electric field. So this is the remaining part. So Ez and Hz will be the R transverse component. So if we want to write Hz in terms of Ex and Ez, this will be the Hz equation. And if we want to write Ey and Ex in terms of Ez, so these will be the electric field equations. So here Kc is the cutoff wave number. Basically, a cutoff wave number is related to the cutoff frequency. I told you in the last to last video what do you mean by cutoff frequency. Also in the coming lectures we are going to discuss this in a very deep way. So for these equation you are not going in very deep. Okay, so try to understand this. Now we will now derive the different modes. For TEM mode, I told you this is transverse electromagnetic mode. Basically both electric and magnetic field are there in this mode. here what is going in this equation, what is happening here, Ez and Hz components are 0, means both no longitudinal component for this, hence this is 0. So on combining A and D above equation, we are getting Ez and Hz 0. We will get Ey and Hy relation. How? This is what we are getting. Jota B Ey equals to minus jota omega mu hx. So we are going to write is A dash. On a similar way, this equation will become this. On combining these two equation, we are getting this equation. So ultimately, we are getting beta equals to k. So here the cutoff wave number, as I told you, k is the cutoff wave number, is 0. As both are equal in TM mode, all the frequency will be pass. All the frequency will be pass. You have to remember this. So if we have to apply the Helmholtz equation for TEM mode, what this equation says, you're not going too much deep. You're just see this equation. Helmholtz equation is that like that. Del square plus k square into Ex equals to 0, and these Ex components we are going to write in this manner as how del square upon del z square equals to minus jota b minus jota b. If we combine this, we get minus beta square. Mostly I say b, it's a beta. Okay, so ultimately we are getting k square equals to beta square. So it will, like, remember in TM mode we are getting the x component of the both the x component of the transverse modes. Basically we are getting Ex and Hx. Okay, also we can write in terms of potential. Okay, so for TE mode, Ez equals to 0, as longitudinal electric field is 0, a transverse electric field is present. Also remember, means transverse electric mode. In this, longitudinal electric field is 0 and transverse electric field is present. So here the X, Y is, these are the magnetic components, Hx, Hy, and these are the electric components, Xy, Ex and Ey. So also we are going to apply the Helmholtz equation here, and we are getting Kc square, K equals to K square minus beta square. So we can find the Hz component here. After this, we can find all the components, means Ex, Ey, Ez, Ez. And how we are going to find is, we are going to learn in the coming lectures how we are going to find out these components for a particular waveguide. In this, we are just writing the general equation. In a similar way, for TM modes, Hz equals to 0. See, in this, Ez equals to 0. Okay, so in this, the longitudinal magnetic field is 0. Okay, these are the X components of this field and XY components of the magnetic field, XY component of the electric field. And how we are going to solve this? Also, we are going to solve for the Helmholtz equation. Once you find the Ez equation, you can find all the components of this equation. So please do one or more than one time practice for this. Derive from the starting. You can easily understand. After 2-3 times, you can able to understand this, what is exactly general equation says for different modes. In the next lecture, we are going to derive different modes for the rectangular waveguide. So thank you for watching this video.